just know if you need to do something, just do it. It's fine. It's one of the benefits is that we can have freedom if we need to step away for a minute, whatever reason. Hi, Jeff. Glad you're here. Bruce, I see you there. Just a moment with arriving, just as you are without changing anything. Just try to soften and land. Let your eyes close. Transitions are important. Connect a little bit with that soft breath of yours. Using the nose for breathing is calming. You check in with your nose, try to clear it out with a little breathing. And just let an exhale finish. And open up your eyes. A nice gentle length to your spine. And pick up whichever leg you would like. So I'm just going to pick up my right leg and using my arm strength, hold on to it and sit tall. You can point your toes, lean back slightly. So this will help us strengthen our upper bodies. Leaving the fingers, using the arms, let your spine be long. And then draw your toes towards you gently, just waking up the back of the leg. Start to find a softness to your gazing. Relax your leg and take one more breath. And now folding your knee joint in, step 2. Take your foot and your knee with your hands. Again, use your arm strength. Sit up tall and do the cradling of the hip, which is moving it around a bit. Just trying to check in with that part of your body. So we really do get into studying our body, learning these bony landmarks, how it all works. And then draw your heel towards the center line and relax your leg down to the earth. Set it carefully, make sure everything feels okay. Second side, letting yourself lean back a little, weave the fingers. Take the back of your thigh, sit up tall, lift your heart. Point your toes. Just feel that stretch across the front of the leg and foot. And all the while, taking the eyes down to maybe like a half mask, just to soften eyes, breath awareness. Drop into the practice. Be in the moment with your body and breath. Draw your toes towards you. So we use the energy of mindfulness to help us create that just right amount of work in our bodies. This is so good for your upper body and your arms. Bend your elbows a little bit. Use the strength of your arms. Relax your leg. One more breath. Just let it rest. And now let the knee hinge fold. That's the way the knee's supposed to work, is right in on itself. Very safe that way. Hold ankle and knee. Sit tall again. So you'll stop leaning back so much. Sit more forward and give it a little bit of a move. Move around. Check in as you like. Just have a curious checking in with its motion. And then letting the hip relax here to come down. Heel towards the midline of the body. So whatever position you come to, just make sure it feels positive. Hands on the legs, leaning forward a bit, just to ground the legs. Know that we've awakened them and we're just moving up the body really. But go ahead and ground forward a little bit with your hands on your legs. Inhale upright. Exhale over towards the right side. Slowly start to come towards the center. Just pause every few notches of space. Reach your head forward. Center. Maybe 2 times between center and the other side. Once you come over to the left side, let us hold. So keep your hands on your legs to ground that right leg down. Just do a little side bend here. Lengthen the side body, the low back. Strong, steady breathing. Setting the body for practice. Just one more time. Breathe out and find positive sensation. And then head back the other way, angling, leaning out, center forward. Let's do that in your own way, letting your whole body be okay with how much you hold. And come to that side bend on the second side. So challenges our core a little bit here. Use your hands down. Just taking your head and shoulders over. Feel that releasing along the low back and side of the body. Just the right amount, so it's positive. One more time, see if there's a little more space in that side bend. And then coming out slowly right up to center. Circle your elbows forward a few times. Just let your arms and hands follow along. Circle elbows. Check in with the shoulders. And then go back a few times. Think of those big circles with the elbows. A little crunchiness possibly. Just go slowly and carefully. And just feel that opening back one more time. Hands down, be still, tone your low belly towards your spine. Right ear towards the right shoulder. Slowly heading down to center. Close your eyes. Connect with your heart energy. Slowly over towards the left shoulder. Pause. Lengthen. Release tension. Feel the softness of your hands on your legs. And easing back around the other way. Pausing at center, chin towards the chest. This is one of the bandhas here. It's the Jalandhara bandha, the throat lock, but we're just doing it lightly, thinking of containerizing the breath in the torso as we breathe in. Let your neck lengthen. And next time you breathe in, just make your way over to the other side and up to center. Nice long warming up the body today. Fingers into the eyebrows just below. Press in and up a little bit. And then cover the surface of your forehead and all the way around to the back with your fingers. And then you come down your jawline to your chin. You may repeat that if you'd like. So pressing up eyebrows, up forehead. Just go around the back of your head, under your ears, and back to your chin. Rest your hands into your heart. Let your chin rest on your fingertips. Invite a clarity as you practice today. What becomes clear to you? Have intention and dedication moment as you like. What's in your heart? Who's in your heart? Seeking freedom from all that is outside this moment. Lean back and release the folded legs. and heading around to your tabletop position. So you can just make your way to your table, cushion under the knees if you like to. Bringing that nice meditative quality of our warming up time together, and coming to tabletop. Gently hug the low belly up towards the spine. Externally rotate your shoulders so your inner elbows start to shine forward. Gaze off your nose. And breathe in, lengthen your spine lightly into cow spine. Just a little bit, upper back and face forward. Exhale, cat spine. Draw up the belly, down, head and hips. Back to cow spine, gently come to that extension. Exhale, round and drop your head. One more time. Unify with the breath, nose inhale. And navel gaze exhale. Tuck toes under, pull back to quarter dog pose. So your hips can be anywhere in that arc, and you take your arms out long, head down, elbows lifted. Big breathing into your upper back. And looking back at your toes, making sure you're not crushing them, but you're trying to just tuck them under with kindness. Feeling free to reset those toes or release them. Lots of energy in the body, in the toes and feet. Deep breath again, grounded, steady. Let your hands come to the fingertips and inhale back up into that round cat spine. Release your feet. Exhale to the cow spine. And then walking your knees back, keeping a light cow spine, bringing knees further back. Somewhere between cow and upward dog. I saw a real cow doing this morning. So sweet. It had its legs to stretch out. So just challenging our core a little bit here. And then rest back into quarter dog. Toes untucked this time. Exhale, sink back. Inhale, rise up to your table. Exhale, downward facing dog. Moment to arrange. Hands slightly wider than shoulders. Shoulders outwardly rotating. Spine and arms long. Legs back and down. Head releasing. The heels of the hands is where the weight is coming through the arms. We want to take as much work into our legs and belly as possible. So firm your legs, draw up your low belly. We're trying to distribute our effort evenly through our body. One more deep wave of breath. Exhale, think back into the legs. And then inhale, relax a bit. And step your feet forward towards your hands. Fold forward, let your knees bend so you can rest your hands on the floor. Ground yourself. And then bring your hands to your waist and lengthen your spine. Learning to use your legs when you stand up or lift something heavy. So we're heavy, so press your feet, use that leg strength, spine long. Bring yourself just to upright and not pounce, and relax your arms by your sides. Saraswati Tiki. Feet even together or under the hips, arms gather in. Feel the energy of the practice already. Have a moment to just try to stand evenly in your feet. Focusing on evenness today. Think about the front of your body, meeting the back of your body. Where's that midline? And then the right side and the left side of the bodies, finding that midline. And that is our central axis at the center of those midlines. Hands gathered to heart. Inhale, reach for the sun, Surya Namaskar. Exhale, forward fold slowly, working with body, head down. Halfway lift, extend your spine like the cow, belly strong. Bend your knees, take your legs back. Notice which one you take back first. And come to plank pose, 5 breaths. Press the earth away. Whole body firm. Just 5 breaths. There's just one more. And then let yourself rest into downward dog. So we take work out of our upper body in downward dog. So now the weight goes back to the legs. Have a moment to refine it and then hold steady. The focus of the pose is at Manipura chakra, the navel center. We're uplifting in that area. Filling the body with prana, with our breathing and awareness. Last exhale. Inhale, step to front of mat and half lift. You can always take an extra breath if you need it. Or stretch it out. Slow exhale to find your forward fold. Try to match your movement as you stand up. Breathe in. Do so mindfully at the upward reach. Still breathing in. And when you're ready, breathe out and release your arms down. Keep your palms to pressing and your elbows up. Remember that idea of balance, equal in the body. Little adjustments. Then breathe in, reach up to the sun once more. Breathe out down the center line of the body, folding forward. Let these repetitive poses become meditative shapes. Third position is the half lift. A little forward in the feet with the head as well. Bend and spread. Other leg back first if possible. And let's take the legs and hands as wide as the mat for stay close again. So just change it up a little bit. Tone in the low belly. Press the earth. Be determined. You will get through this. Fourth breath, just one more time. Then bring your knees down. They're nice and wide. Bring your feet together and draw back with a long spine. Let your arms and head rest. Feel your breath move into your back rib cage here. Roll your hands to the pinky side, just to feel your shoulders open. And then bring the inside edge of the hands back down, just below the elbow, using that rotation, that pronation. Last wave of breath. Inhale, rise up and come to kneeling position. Just briefly come up to your kneeling, ground the tops of your feet. Find equal standing on the knees. Bring your hands to your heart center and gently experiment with leaning straight back. So camel pose, but not going all the way in. We're probably not quite warm enough yet. So just checking in, lean straight back, trust your feet and legs. And when you come up, lead with your hands, not your head. Try one more time. So the head goes back first and comes up last. Lead with your heart, come up. And bring your hands down. Out to the forearms, one little step at a time. Walk back your knees. Bring your belly to the earth. And release your chest down. Let's take the arms back alongside of you, palms on the floor. So you want a nice broadness across your chest and your front shoulders here. Gently lift your head and your chest. Ground your hands. Feel your breathing. And one more time. And relax down for a moment. Let everything release. Inhale, lift your chest. So to interlace our fingers, we do internal shoulder rotation. So thumbs roll downward and come back behind you. Weave your fingers. Inhale, lift up your chest. Gently reach your hands towards your feet. So do that to your own happy depth. Not too much across the front shoulders. Just right. Activate your legs. I haven't talked about that. So as it starts to get a little harder as you hold it, use your legs, squeeze them, and soften shoulders, relax. Weave your fingers the other way. And inhale up again. So the legs help drive the pose. So sit them together. Firm your hips and your leg muscles. Gently breathe. So everything is this locust pose right now. Fully focusing on these actions one more time. And then release your shoulders and hands first. Come on down, turn your head to the right. Soften everything and breathe deeply. Let your head turn the other way and breathe deeply again. Exhale slowly, feel complete. And coming with your hands by your chest to press forward and down to come up. Refine your hands first so they should be even. Spreading the roots grounded, and then come up to your feet and legs, downward dog shape. Draw your right knee towards your right elbow, so out to the side, and back to downward dog. Knee towards the elbow, so straight forward, shift into a plank kind of shape, and then go back, rest downward dog. Other side, knee out to the elbow. Exhale back. Knee to the elbow. And exhale back. Next time you breathe in, come forward on your mat. Stretch into the half lift. Forward fold completely. Release tension. Stand up. Reach up. And exhale, centering. As you breathe out next time, draw the low belly towards the spine. And then step your feet. So we always want to work from our core. Step your feet out wide on your mat and find a nice easy side lunge where your knee heads towards your toes in a comfortable middle position, not straight, not side, but middle. And other leg finding that turn on. And then we'll just do a little flow from side to side, grounding into the foot, press the earth away. Find your own slow flow. Coming back to that idea of evenness. So just trying to get equal time. And one more each way, to the right and to the left. And come up with the legs straight. And if possible, turn your toes out a little more to the side for goddess, right down the center line. So don't fall over. So have your feet angled so that you don't lose your balance. But over time, you can turn your toes more out, straight out to the sides. Let's try a heel lift. So get your concentration powers turned on. Steady your eyes. Concentrate on lifting the heels by pressing the balls of the feet. It's okay if you're not lifting the heels, just try to come low into your pose and build your strength. Once more. Concentrate, exhale, go a little lower, and then bring your heels down. Inhale, press your feet to come up and out to star pose with the arms. Release any gripping that you did with your feet to accomplish that pose before, and ground your low ribs and your shoulders. Fourth breath. And the exhale on 5, over to triangle pose. And turn your right leg all the way out 90 degrees from your hip. Angle in your back foot. And when you are ready, come over with your torso to the side, reaching your arms. And the final flourish here is an upward turn of your gaze. Working from a strong center. One more time, release your exhale. Inhale energy to the other side. So you can really stretch out that breath and familiar pose like triangle. Just take that moment to come in and exhale as you're ready. So you can always take that extra breath if you need to. Be patient with yourself as you learn the practice. Be patient with yourself and think some things that remain challenging over time. The practice is all to draw us into the stillness of the present. Just one more time, triangle pose. Breathe in, come up, float up your arms. Breathe out, release. And back to the right side, half moon day, half moon pose. So perhaps having a wall if you'd like to move up your mat. So a lot like triangle. There's also an option with your toes on the ground and your back foot. So we can all do some variation. So leaning into the front foot, just try to lift your back leg. And if not, just have it actively reach back and toes on the floor. The arms are like triangle, they reach up and down. Just concentrate, lock your eyes on a spot, and squeeze your glutes to help you lift your back leg. Come in and out if you need to. Take about 8 breaths here to really come into the present. Your softness in the balancing leg knee. The foot makes all these little micro adjustments. It's okay. Stay committed to grounding the root of your big toe. And let's let one more wave of breath. Stay steady and strong if possible. And if you've come out already, that's fine. Let your knee bend so you land softly. And let's just do an upward reach of that right arm. With the leg straight. Grounding ourselves again. Like you're going to pick an apple off a tree. Let your hand reach up and spiral the shoulder open. Look at your hand, bring your shoulder down. One more breath. And relax your arm down. Other side with half moons, you can do it at the top of your mat or next to your wall. Just change sides. So remember the triangle shape where we came from on the other side. Come into a straight front leg. Root of the big toe grounds. Let your eyes come forward on the floor. Squeeze your glutes to lift your back leg, leaning forward a bit, or toes on floor. Let the arms reach out, one or both arms. It's nice to keep that downward gaze here. But a lot of our energy needs to also be reaching up, lifting our leg. Let your face just spread, be open and curious, trying many times as needed. Fifth breath, 3 more. Coming in and out teaches our body the movements. So remember to let your front knee soften as you land. And then straighten your legs, reach up your left arm, shoulder down. And just let your arms spiral so your shoulder opens like you're reaching out to get an apple and then giving it a little twist externally. Just the right amount of effort here. Not overdoing, not too much. One more time, a deep breath. And then let your arm release down. Turn into wide parallel feet on your mat. Have a moment to find your wide stance. Even, equal. Breathe in with a long spine. Breathe out, forward fold. Remember to soften or bend your knees. And once we come down the center, draw up your low belly. And take both your arms over to the right leg. Just wrapping yourself over to the right. Find some nice sensation. Optional to lift your right arm up into the air, adding twist. One more time, breathing in deeply. If you're twisting, exhale, release, and we'll all just linger in that exhale. Come back to center, bend your knees, and let them straighten, but not too straight, not locked. Belly up, other side, reach across. Find your own nice reach and wrap. Head relaxing down. What can you soften here? Or just resting the hands around the leg instead of grabbing. And the option of taking up that left arm into the air if you would like. Continuing to lengthen your spine if you take the twist. Deep wave of breath once more. Letting twist unwind with an exhale. Coming back to center. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, relax. Bring your feet closer into the front of your mat. Just had an idea. I was like, what was I going to do next? Let's do Virabhadrasana A. Finish our standing poses. Right leg straight back, hips forward and down. Let's do a nice round shape with our arms, nice and even, fingertips touch. Shoulders rest. Soft gaze out the nose. Feel the hips strengthening and releasing, very nice. One more exhale. And lean forward and step forward, other side, step back. With practice, learning to step back just the right amount so that you can lower into your lunge. Pelvis forward and down. And this time, let's take elbows wide. Drawing the shoulder blades towards each other. Soft gaze out the nose. Bringing peace into the body, strength. Again, last breath. See if you can drop into your hips a little bit lower. Hands together, head forward, press your back foot and release. Let's take a standing back bend for a moment. Take your feet slightly wider than under your hips. Just let them spread. Nothing extreme here, but we can take our hands back to our sacrum. So take your arms back in space. Bend your elbows so there's an external rotation. Get your hands there to your back body. So we want to lift the whole rib cage just a little bit, not just the front. So try to lift your back and sides. And then exhale, bring your pelvis forward with your hands. Let your head lengthen up and back. Keep a downward gaze. So just a little bit. If it feels awesome and good to go more, you can do that as well. Remember the downward gaze. 4, just one more breath. Work where you feel okay. Remember to lead with your heart. Come up, breathe in. And then slowly release to forward fold. Slowly, slowly. You take your feet a little closer together. Take your favorite variation, but come into it really slowly. Just easy forward fold, elbows, toes, under the feet. All those choices are yours. Let's go where your body is calling today. Make room for those waves of breath. So if you're really deep into your forward fold, you might lift yourself up slightly to get that in breath. And then with the out breath, bring you back to that depth. One more time. A little bit of movement or more to inhale, give space. Exhale, going for depth. And then bend your knees enough to take your hands down and step your right leg back. Anjali-asana. Cushion back knee if you need to and come up to this crescent lunge. Roll your shoulders back. Good. And bring your knee out towards your toes a bit. Grounding your hands. So this back leg is releasing across the front of the hip. Make sure that's okay. Out, upward reaching if you like, or stay grounded on your knee. Yogi's choice. So just like the pose we just did. Anytime you back bend, you go counter gaze down towards the nose. Use both of your legs and feet. Breathe deeply again. Press the front foot and bring everything back to center. And change to the other side. Take a moment to find your balance on your knee down. Lunge. Easy forward. Remember the pelvis goes forward with the knee. Lift the rib cage up and back. Or grounded hands on the leg. Just the right place, making little refinements if you need to. Exhale for 4. One more time. And release. Hands down. And come back to child's pose, knees together. Rest back over the heels. Let the arms drape. Head down. Settling and calming energy. Breathe out again. And come to seated. If you'd like to do a little flow through, or just crossing ankles and come out with your legs in front. Let's take down Dasana pose for a moment, stack pose. Just sit with your legs out and active. Chin towards the chest, take a deep breath. Feeling spacious across the front of the chest and shoulders. And then point your toes towards the floor and your fingers forward, hands back, bend your elbows, lift your heart. Stretch the front body and relax. Back to our hip cradle, sitting tall. Bring in your right leg, remembering to fold the knee and then move from the hip to cross the leg in front. Use your arms and sit up tall. Feeling free to do a little bit of movement or just hold in a place that feels good. Both the legs are activating here, so the feet activate and that gives that message to the legs. You can see your muscles. And then relax above your knee with your ankle. Plenty of choices here. Forward folding, bending the knee, resting back into the hands. But just find a seated version that feels good for you today. Release active feet. Just the right amount of releasing in the hip. So don't collapse into your shoulders. Let your arms and hands adjust. So we've got just a nice openness in the arms and chest. One more breath here. And from wherever you are, if you're forward folding or leaning back, carefully come back to one elbow and the other. Slide one elbow down and the other, so come to your back. If you need to undo your figure four to come back, that is okay. Just do it carefully. Come back to the same side in figure four. Activate your top leg a bit and decide to stay as you are or come in. So you can draw in, use your arms, bottom leg can straighten, all those things. We're just in that right place for your body. And do make sure your spine is centered. You can have a cushion under your head if you want to add it. It's good to practice that the neck is long and the chin is lower than the forehead. Not all of our bodies cooperate with that, but just have that in your intention. Just soften and relax a little more. Exhale, release foot to earth if it is not already there, and carefully uncross your leg. Arms out, palms up, both knees head over to the right side all the way as far as they want to go, and over to the left side as far as they want to go. Back to center. Lift your feet, straighten your legs. Use your hands to draw yourself in towards your legs. Lift your hips a little bit if you can. Bring your head forward towards your legs so you're not straining in your neck. One more time. Curl in, fold in, and release your head down and your legs away. Bend in your knees to rock up to seated. You hold your shins, first come towards your head, and then go away towards your feet, using that to rock up. Second side, extending out the right leg now, bringing in the left, activate the feet. Hold or cradle, sit tall. Really present with the energy of the body, this point, deep inside the practice. Making your way to settle your ankle carefully above your knee. Keep the legs active as you choose a forward fold or a leaning back. Spin your fingers back to support your arms. You can come in here, work with your body. Lift out your shoulders. Be grateful for those moments of steadiness that you're able to find in your mind. Those pockets of stillness. Add all together. And carefully release from there to your back. Whatever way is easiest for you, just to be mindful not to hurt your shoulders as you ease your way down. Nice long neck here, and then foot on the floor or lifting in, maybe straightening leg. Just find your way to that sweet place right now for you. Remember, forehead higher than the chin. Imagine your neck. Let those bones find space and length. Feeling that curve up away from the earth, and then back down to the base of the skull. And let one more breath flow through you. Bring your foot down to the earth and release your leg. Arms down this time, so your shoulders will roll in, palms down, hands wide, and both knees over all the way towards the left side. Just find that range of motion. And then head over the other way, just releasing inner hips. Back to center. Keep your arms. Inhale one time up to bridge. Take out your support under your head. Feel the grounding in your arms and your feet, your upper back. One more time. Give it a little energy. Not too much. That's a nice, easy, open feeling bridge. Follow that exhalation as your body lets the bridge go. Bring in your knees. Release your arms so you can take hold. Come to your favorite here on your back with happy baby or the two knees in. Find a sweet place. You can take 8 breaths or so you have more time to experiment, find a nice position. Make sure your neck is long and centered, and just relax and enjoy the position. It's okay to have some gentle movement. There's that gentle breathing. The breathing sound is washing over the brain. And breathe out one more time to enjoy. Let that breath feel complete. And let your legs straighten out towards the sky. Cross your right ankle in front of your left. Take your arms by your sides. Round your arms and lower your legs towards the earth. Just enough to feel a little challenge in your belly and your legs. Check in and see if you have a little more to give without your lower back coming up too high. Really press your sacrum into the earth. Be determined. One more time, stay steady. Inhale, lift, and release your legs. You can let them come out a little wide or a lot wide if that feels good. Resting into the hands or not. And now take the left ankle in front of the right and try that one more time. Ground your arms. Feel your low back, so it should stay close to the floor. Press your sacrum as you lower your legs, just enough to feel a little effort. See if that effort can be increased a little bit more. Use your hands, press your sacrum. Third breath, twice more. Last one. Inhale energy up and release. Bring in your knees. Yogi's favorite twist over to the right, just helping to bring balance into the whole system of the body, all the systems. So take a moment, arrange your legs as they feel lovely. Let your spine twist gently as you turn your head and reach your arm out the other side. So you can play with whether your knees are low or high. Find that nice place for your body and let yourself come to stillness with the breath. Eyes resting, hands soft. Twice more, really slowly with your breath. So a nice long time. Inhaling, exhaling. One more time. Stretch that breath a little bit more, and then enjoy the releasing of the exhale and coming back to center, land in center. And then your own personal favorite twist on the other side. It might not look exactly the same, and that is fine. What does the other side of your body love? Turn your head the other way. Take a moment to relax as much as you possibly can. Enjoy your breathing. Enjoy that sense of ease and balance. The cooperation of the brain and the body. Those two more stretched out, slow breaths. Letting the exhale indicate that you will come back to the center. Make sure your low back is lengthened if you need to pull in your knees to do that. And then rest your feet down with your knees open. Add your support under your head if you would like. We'll just go into resting from here so you have the freedom to keep your legs in this position as long as you want to. Make sure that the center of the body is aligned, that axial body. Tracing that axial body with your breath awareness. Maybe your fingertips just coming and finding your navel center, that chronic center. Letting the hands rest for a moment there, stacking them, grounding. The chakras are wheels of energy, and we focus on the main ones. So this is third chakra, the city of jewels, pranic center. You can feel something there, being aware. Next time you feel your navel sink towards your spine as you breathe out, let the hands release. Maybe the legs are ready to also release, maybe just further away or coming to the backs of the legs and opening out. Body rests on the earth. Feel the bony structure resting back. The earth holding the weight of the body, holding you. Let your face and throat and jaw all be soft and open. Breath natural and free-flowing. Consciously bring your shoulders down into the earth. And then relax any effort around that. Gently observe your breath and your body without changing anything. Notice how your awareness will probably stimulate your breath. Just invite it to awaken and lengthen again. For another round, just let it do its thing. Stretch and pause, whatever it wants. Bring your hands together, weave your fingers, and press up towards the sky. Reach down through your feet, point your toes. Bend your elbows and let your hands press overhead now. Letting the arms lengthen as it feels okay, and draw back on your toes. Awakening the body. Carefully bend your elbows and release your hands back to your belly center. Relax. Storing the energy of the sun and our own light inside of us. Come over to your side. Cradle and support your head. Rest. Pause. Press into your top hand and carefully return upright. And arrange into your seat. Just soft and easy, whatever feels nice right now. Just coming to the completion of practice together. Lean forward slightly to ground down into your legs again, just to touch into the earth. And then lengthen tall, reach your head towards the sun. Exhale, hands to center, elbows high. Bow your forehead downward. Return to what's in your heart. Share. Namaste. Love to you all.